even if those proceedings are subsequently dismissed and no longer pending at the time of adjustment of status, you are still required to submit a bona fide marriage exemption waiver request. Hey guys, so last week I created a video about a really scary adjustment of status situation that two of my clients are in. Basically, just to recap, we attended an adjustment of status interview. Everything went fine. This was in New York City at 26 Federal Plaza. The immigration officer was nice. They didn't ask too many questions about the marriage. The officer seemed to believe that it was a good faith marriage, and it seemed like the case was gonna get approved within a few days. The clients were told the interview was over and they left. The next day, the US citizen petitioner got a call-in letter telling her that she needs to go back and bring her New York State ID. So I've never had that happen before, and understandably, I became really nervous and started asking other attorneys, like, what do you think this could be? And attorneys were speculating based on what happened to them with their clients. And the speculation ranged from, maybe the US citizen has a warrant out for her arrest and they want to bring her back so like the FBI can arrest her when she's in the building. Apparently that's been happening. So for people who have a warrant out for their arrest, just know that you can get actually arrested at these USCIS interviews, and you should definitely probably get a criminal defense lawyer to fix that before you attend these interviews. Other theories about what it was about was, she had recently naturalized, and some people thought that they were gonna interview her, like the director was gonna interview her to see if they were gonna begin denaturalization proceedings, which is like terrifying. Other theories were that she just needed to go in and sign something and it was really benign and nothing to really worry about. So there was a broad range of responses about what it could be. What I thought was gonna happen was that they were gonna basically interrogate her about the marriage or about her prior marriage, because she was previously married, to see if they have a basis to deny the I-130 family petition by showing that either the prior marriage was fraudulent and that's how she got her immigration benefits and ultimately naturalized, or the current marriage is fraudulent, which is really what I assumed was gonna happen. So anyway, my advice was like, you need to bring a lawyer with you to this interview. Ultimately, what happened was they just wanted her to sign a piece of paper. And the reason for that signature was that they were required to submit a bona fide marriage exemption request. When the beneficiary is in removal proceedings and you marry and file an I-130 while in removal proceedings, even if those proceedings are subsequently dismissed and no longer pending at the time of adjustment of status, you are still required to submit a bona fide marriage exemption waiver request. And the US citizen petitioner is required to submit this. Now, these clients filed their I-130 and had their case dismissed before they hired me. I was just hired to do the adjustment of status, the work permit, affidavit of support, and to prepare them for the interview. So it actually slipped my mind, and I actually didn't know that the I-130 was filed while they were in removal proceedings, or that they failed to submit this request. It's not what they hired me for, but in retrospect, I should have probably screened for it. And it's just a simple piece of paper. You just make the request. You can find templates online. I submit these for all of my I-130s that we file while in removal proceedings, where I'm the attorney at that time. Anyway, they just wanted her to go back, bring her New York State ID and sign this. It was 2 seconds. We had a whole thing where we didn't want the beneficiary to go in because the letter didn't ask the beneficiary, the green card applicant, to go into the interview. I just thought it would be unnecessarily risky for him to enter that federal building in case things went south and they started interrogating the US citizen, or they make a determination that the marriage was fraudulent, which it definitely wasn't. And then just the beneficiary is right there. And if they want, they could detain him. I mean, once they deny that I-130, he's fair game. And even before they deny the I-130, he's fair game if they decided to go after people like that, which has happened very recently in some rare instances, but it's pretty rare. So anyway, I had him wait outside the building, and in the event that they also wanted to do a full new I-130 interview, we could just call him to enter the building. The attorney was there. I wasn't personally available to attend this interview. We arranged for an attorney to go with the US citizen petitioner, but ultimately it ended up being fine. Anyway, guys, for those of you who follow my channel, I just wanted to give you a quick resolution to what happened there and to just reiterate that these are scary times, but most people who have a clean adjustment of status application as of like August 2025 don't have that much to worry about. I filed like over 100 of these since Trump has been in office, or rather we've had over 100 like interviews since Trump has been in office, and not once has a client been detained. So you do hear about that happening. I assume it's gonna happen more frequently when people have criminal history or removal orders or some like adverse aggravating factor, like maybe even immigration fraud in their history or something might increase the chances of them being detained. I did just post a video recently about how there was a change to the USCIS policy on I-130s. And my read of that policy change is that that only applies to standalone I-130s. If you're eligible for adjustment of status and you file it with your I-130, make sure you're eligible, make sure it's a clean case. And by clean, I mean just straight visa overstay, or better yet, your visa hasn't expired yet. I don't anticipate these people being placed in removal proceedings or being detained. But if anything like that happens or changes, I'll be sure to immediately notify you guys, make a video on it as soon as possible to keep you apprised on what's happening on the ground from an immigration lawyer's perspective. If you are looking for an immigration attorney to assist you with your family-based immigration or naturalization, or you received the notice to appear and you need an attorney to advise you on removal defense strategies, I'm your guy. My name is Pouyan Darian. You can find my information to schedule a consultation in the video description below. Click the link, takes 5 minutes to schedule, and I'll see you guys next time for another video.